Hello everyone, we are back with some Skyrim, and I wanted to cover some mods that I have recently tried out. To add to that, I thought these mods were interesting and overlooked. There isn't any videos to see these mods in action, so I'm going to make this one and show you. The first one is Bleak Falls Tower by Snaz. This is going to overhaul the bandit post that you see on your way up to Bleak Falls Barrow. There are two plugins with this thing. One will change the tower a bit, while the other is an add-on that will add some more structures and a couple more bandits. At first, I was a bit nervous to try this thing out since it was so close to Riverwood, but it's actually fine. I don't think the model itself even generates when you're standing in Riverwood. So if you know me, you know I always put performance and stability over everything. This place looks really great. I really like it, especially with the add-on creating this small wall that the bandit guard patrols on. He will walk back and forth. Inside the tower, it's nice and cozy. They have bedding, food, a cooking pot, lots of clutter, and some mead kegs. There were a few issues I saw with this mod, and it's nothing game breaking, but if the author ever sees this vid, maybe they can make the appropriate changes. So, the first issue is there are some seams in the doorway of the tower. Not a big deal, but for me personally, it just grabs my attention every time I see it. The next problem is the straw on the floor. It flickers a bit, maybe due to some overlapping, but that's about it. I think this mod is really good, and I'm probably going to keep it for a future playthrough. Next up is Mihail's Giant Variety, which is going to replace the giants in the game. This will replace 2 of the 3 giant models, so you can still have this and one of the default giants. Or if you're using giant females, you can use this alongside those as well. It's just meshes, so you can change the file names and install and uninstall mid playthrough. And I will tell you this. There is a small problem that I have with these models, and it's that their faces aren't rigged. So they will not open their mouths, they won't move their eyes, etc. It's not a big deal, but I think it should be done. But the fact that this doesn't use a plugin and it's just some mesh replacers, I'm definitely going to keep this. Next is the Bolgan King's Sword, a weapon inspired by Kingdoms of Amalur, which is a game that I really freaking love. So, to get this weapon, you are going to need to head to the Reachwind Eyrie. It's in the Reach, and it's next to the Orc stronghold known as Dushnik-Yal. So, you just enter the tower and head up to the balcony, and it will be laying neatly in front of you. The sword is really strong, and it isn't guarded by anything, so getting it early can give you a huge advantage. Its special ability, or enchantment as you may call it, is that it has a 10% increased chance to deal critical damage. This blade looks amazing. I love the details, the textures, and the model looks so accurate to the sword from the Amalur game. It's performance friendly, none of the lag spikes when equipping or unequipping it. The swing speed seems okay as well. It's just an all-around great mod, and this is definitely a keeper for me for sure. So with all of that being said, that's going to do it for me. These are some mods that are well done and that I feel were overlooked. You can get all of these from Nexus, and thank you to the mod authors for making these. Thank you for everyone for stopping by and watching this video, and I will see you all later.